Hi everyone, I thought to give you a tour of my Notion workspace. In the past I used separate services to keep track of bookmarks, collect images, organize my projects. However, since using Notion, I am able to keep everything in one place and that sped my workflow significantly. If you are not using Notion, consider it. Let's dive into my own workspace. I have an inbox for all ideas that I cannot sort out currently. I just jot them down here so that I don't forget. Then I have my personal hub where I have my gym tracker, some personal tasks, my notes, and my bookmarks. Recently, I got into productivity videos on YouTube, and Tiago Forte is one of the biggest creators there with his understudy Elizabeth. If you're obsessed with productivity as I am, check his channel on YouTube, especially the video My Second Brain in Notion. A second brain is a digital system like Notion that helps you store and organize information for future use. It's like having an external memory to supplement your own brain, making it easier to manage the information you encounter and use it to be more productive and creative. Next, let's look into my design home. This is the information I organize for my graphic design business. I have projects, tasks, clients, idea path, teaching, my bookmarks and tools here, and some style inspiration for graphic design. I especially like looking at Japanese vintage posters. Maybe because I first studied graphic design and then illustration, I apply a lot of the principles of graphic design in my illustration work as well. So I also love looking at design inspiration for ideas how to stylize my illustrations. I just think that the minimal use of color in graphic design can make illustration work also stronger. I also have an art home in Notion where I collect images that inspire me. I'm particularly interested in the theory of color and how it's used in fine art. Recently, I have been reading a book by Betty Edwards on the subject, and she explains how the brain craves balance across the three color attributes. She also discusses the phenomenon of after images, where staring at one hue for too long causes the eye receptors to reset and avoid fatigue, resulting in seeing the complementary hue when looking away. For example, if you stare at the yellow color for a long time and then you look away, you will see blue color even when the background is white. So maybe there is something physiological, anatomical that plays a part in why we perceive certain color combinations as more pleasant. As a trend teacher, I spend a lot of time researching current trends. To help me keep track of my research, I collect images and organize them into mood boards based on different trend categories. For instance, I have noticed that geometric art appears in some form or another in almost every season's trend reports. Next, let's take a look at my writing page. After publishing my first picture book, which I both wrote and illustrated, I decided to take writing classes to improve my skills further. And I'm currently working on a small fantasy novel as a side project, which prompted me to develop the Notion novel planner template. This template helps organize characters, settings, chapters, and scenes, and even includes a world building module. If you're interested, check out the link in the description to see the template for yourself. I also use Notion to keep track of all my company's information. Before, I had spreadsheets scattered all over my desktop, and I always had to search for them when I needed some information, like my company's number. Plus, I wasn't great at keeping track of deadlines for accounting and filing. And now that all that information is in Notion, everything is much smoother and easier to manage. Finally, let's take a look at my illustration page in Notion. Here I have bookmarks, folders for projects, clients and tasks, as well as an idea pad where I jot new project ideas. I cannot show you right now what is in some of these folders because I'm working on some stuff that I cannot show yet. I also organize my visual research here, including a gallery for favorite illustrators and a collection of images organized by illustration style. As a mentor to illustration students, I find it helpful to recommend particular artists that fit their style, and looking at a wide range of artists from the past and present helps them understand their personal preferences and style. Some young illustrators tend to focus only on contemporary artists, which can make it difficult for them to develop a unique voice. I've created a new Notion template that significantly improves upon my old illustration page. It offers better organization, and I plan to move all of my information to the new page soon. I especially love how the tasks are organized exactly as I need them. I can move tasks across the weekly planner. I can track which are the important dates I need to keep an eye on. Also, I have tasks organized by project and an overview of all my active projects at the moment and the progress. There are so many great features I cannot get into right now. The link to this template is also in the description. And with this, we conclude the Notion tour of my workspace. I'm really curious how you organize your own illustration projects. Do you use Notion? Do you know any interesting hacks for Notion? Let me know in the comments.